Throughout the Toy Story franchise, the toys go through different struggles, and each movie focuses on a different kind of challenge. The first two films are centered almost entirely around Woody and the personal conflicts he has to overcome. Toy Story 3 takes a broader approach and focuses on a struggle that affects all of the toys, while Toy Story 4 shifts the spotlight back to Woody once again. Toy Story 5 takes the same direction as the third film, with a conflict that affects everyone, especially since the story revolves around toys facing competition from modern technology. In the first two movies, Woody's biggest battles are with his own insecurities. In the original film, he's terrified of losing his place in Andy's life when Buzz Lightyear arrives. Woody immediately sees Buzz as a threat and becomes convinced that Andy has found a new favorite toy. For someone who had spent years being Andy's most loved toy, that was a difficult thing to accept.
Listen, Light Snack, you stay away from Andy. He's mine, and no one is taking him away from me.
His jealousy and fear push him into making several mistakes throughout the movie. However, by the end, Woody learns an important lesson. He realizes that his value doesn't disappear just because another toy shows up. Andy loves him for who he is, and nobody can truly replace the role he has in Andy's life. Toy Story 2 continues this theme of insecurity, but it explores it from a different angle. This time, Woody becomes afraid of the future itself. After being damaged, he starts thinking about something he had never seriously considered before: Andy growing up. The idea that one day Andy would stop playing with him hits Woody hard. For the first time, he is forced to face the reality that his time as Andy's toy will not last forever.
Andy's growing up, and there's nothing you can do about it. It's your choice, Woody. You can go back, or you can stay with us and last forever.
That fear affects him so deeply that he seriously considers staying in a museum forever. From Woody's perspective, a museum would guarantee that he would always be appreciated and preserved. He would never have to worry about being broken, forgotten, or abandoned. But as tempting as that future seems, Woody eventually realizes that it would cost him the thing that matters most. Even if his time with Andy is limited, he would rather spend those years by Andy's side than live forever behind a glass case. In the end, Woody understands that watching Andy grow up is far more important than protecting himself from the pain of being left behind one day.
You still worried?
About Andy? Nah, it'll be fun while it lasts.
I'm proud of you, cowboy.
Besides, when it all ends, I'll have old Buzz Lightyear to keep me company.
That realization helps him overcome his fear and choose the life he truly wants. So while both films deal with insecurity, they do it in different ways. The first movie is about Woody fearing replacement, while the second is about Woody fearing the passage of time and the inevitable moment when Andy grows up. Those are the central conflicts that drive his character through the first two Toy Story films. In Toy Story 3, the struggle is no longer focused on just Woody. This time, every toy is forced to face the moment they always knew would eventually come. Andy has grown up, and he no longer plays with his toys. For years, this was their biggest fear, and now it has finally become reality. Things become even worse because of a huge misunderstanding. After being accidentally thrown away, the toys come to the conclusion that Andy no longer wants them. They believe he intentionally got rid of them and wants them out of his life. As a result, most of the toys lose faith in returning home. Woody is the only one who refuses to believe that Andy would do that because he saw what actually happened and knows Andy still cares about them.
Andy doesn't want us anymore.
He was putting you in the attic!
He left us on the curb!
All right, calm down, both of you.
This disagreement creates a major divide between Woody and the rest of the group. While the others decide to move on, Woody remains determined to get back to Andy. However, after everything they go through at Sunnyside Daycare and after learning the truth, the toys realize they were wrong. Andy never wanted to throw them away in the first place. By the end of the film, they finally return to Andy, but the story isn't really about going back to the way things were, it's about accepting that life is changing. Andy is moving on to a new stage of his life, and the toys have to do the same. They eventually begin a new chapter with Bonnie as their owner. For Woody, this is especially difficult because Andy has been the center of his world for years. Letting go of him is one of the hardest things he has ever had to do.
So long, partner.
That's why Toy Story 3 serves as a goodbye to Andy while also showing the toys learning to embrace a new future. They don't erase the past or forget what Andy meant to them, but they accept that it's time to move forward. Then Toy Story 4 brings the focus back to Woody and gives him another personal struggle to overcome. Unlike his time with Andy, Bonnie rarely plays with him anymore. He spends most of his time sitting on the sidelines while other toys get attention. For someone who was once Andy's favorite toy and the center of so many adventures, that change is incredibly difficult. Because of this, Woody starts feeling like he no longer has a purpose. His entire identity has always been connected to being there for his kid, and now he isn't sure where he fits anymore. Even though Bonnie doesn't play with him much, he still dedicates himself to helping her, especially when it comes to protecting Forky.
All right, Forky, you have to understand how lucky you are right now. You're Bonnie's toy. You are going to help create happy memories that will last for the rest of her life.
Woody understands how important Forky is to Bonnie, so he puts all of his energy into keeping him safe. Through that journey, Woody slowly comes to an important realization. He learns that his happiness doesn't have to depend entirely on being owned by a child. For his entire life, he believed that being a toy meant finding fulfillment through a kid. By the end of the movie, he discovers that there are other ways to have purpose and meaning. That's why he chooses to stay with Bo Peep and become a lost toy. It's a huge decision because it means walking away from the life he has known for decades. He leaves Jessie as the new leader of Bonnie's toys and starts a completely different chapter for himself. His conflict in Toy Story 4 is ultimately about understanding that his value and happiness are not completely tied to being a child's favorite toy. As for Toy Story 5, the conflict is much broader again, similar to Toy Story 3. This time, the challenge is around toys competing with modern technology. Kids are becoming more interested in electronic devices, screens, and digital entertainment, leaving traditional toys with less attention than before.
Woody!
Jessie, hello?
Is it as bad out there for toys as they say it is?
We're finding more abandoned toys each day.
We're down!
Tech's invaded our house, too.
I don't know, Jessie. Toys are for play, but tech is for everything.
I'm losing Bonnie to this device.
Because of that, the toys find themselves facing a new fear, becoming obsolete. Instead of worrying about a child growing up or moving on, they're dealing with a world where technology is taking over playtime altogether. The toys have to fight against that reality and prove that they still have a place in children's lives. Just as Toy Story 3 focused on the toys dealing with Andy growing up, Toy Story 5 focuses on them confronting the rise of technology and the possibility of being left behind.